Recently, Tea Party candidate Sharron, who's also running as a Republican in the Nevada Senate race, said that Sharia law had been implemented in Dearborn, Michigan and Frankford, Texas. This is disconcerting for us because Frankford, Texas is just a few miles from this very spot. So we thought we would go and confront Sharia. Let's roll. Now the problem we had originally was we couldn't find the Frankford, Texas. So we had to do some investigating, and it turns out that Frankford, Texas was annexed by Dallas in the 1970s. So we looked even further, and it lost its federal post office in the 1930s. And very insidious of these Muslims to bring Sharia to a town that doesn't exist.
So Mike, I have to ask you, how will we know when we're getting close to the Sharia?
Well, Joe, I've done some studying on the internet, and it turns out there should be massive amounts of stones, also decapitated bodies, and if you see any ankle, you might be in a Victorian place, but it could be Sharia. Now, we saw the sign for the racetrack, and we thought maybe there was some sort of like camel races, but it turns out it's a gas station. So I think we're okay there.
Not Mike, it's only 265 there.
Oh. Is that a minaret? I believe that's a minaret. We must be getting closer. If this was Friday, they would be doing the call to prayer from that minaret right there at where are we? We're on Briar Grove. Briar Grove. This must be getting closer. We're getting close to the Sharia. Obviously, an oil sheik lives here. Very, very nice. This is it. We are in Sharia.
We are now in the atrium and the ventricles of Sharia.
That must be another mountain that's going to cross. It says Episcopal. Is it a Muslim cemetery?
And there's the church. This is it.
This is the mosque. Okay. Well, you might want to get out and look around. Historical marker for the first Sharia.
Let's ask these guys.
Okay.
Methodists.
This is the Texas historical marker. When I saw it, I assumed it was for the first Sharia law town in Texas, but it turns out it's a Masonic lodge. It served as a schoolhouse back in, the 1800s. So.
I'm gonna go ask these guys.
You gonna ask them?
I'm gonna ask them in Spanish. Están trabajando aquí hace 2 o 3 horas. No han visto ninguno, ¿verdad? Ni uno tirado por ahí. ¿Quién es ese señor ahí? Okay, here we go.
Well, the church was a bust. So far,
no terrorists there.
No terrorists and no Sharia. So we thought we would look in the cemetery to see if they've buried any terrorists.
Nuclear weapons.
Nuclear weapon? I didn't think of that.
There might be like, something.
Well, maybe some yellow cake. You never know. So here we are at the probably one of the last vestiges of Frankford, Texas. And
the last place in Frankfurt they could hide. They weren't in the church. We searched high and low. So they must be in the cemetery. Yeah. We're going to find that out now.
Okay, let's do this. Frankfurt Cemetery.
Kathy Powell?
Yeah, she's a very nice lady. Let's see, Harpool. That doesn't really sound.
No, I don't see anything so far to even suggest.
There's nothing really Sharia-ish.
You know what? They say persistence is a virtue. We're gonna find. Wait a minute.
What do you got?
So fresh. Looks like somebody here recently. Mike.
It says Noel. That's Merry Christmas. Come on.
Over here, look.
There's an obelisk. That's Obelisk?
I think that recent arrival, you think there's actual body in there? Or could it possibly be that's where they buried the yellow cake?
I don't think they buried the yellow cake there. I mean, I'm willing to go far for journalistic integrity, but grave robbing is sort of like a line. Ah, there's Sharif. Sharif.
That's it!
Uh-huh. Okay.
We're getting close.
Huh.
That's it. You found Sheriff Law. It's Sheriff Law she meant to say.
Maybe that's what it is.
Okay, we're running out of places.
Yeah. You know, I told you, maybe they have that sort of call to each other, don't they? Woo! Woo! Maybe that's owls.
Responding. Not yet.
This is the absolute worst Sharia law-led municipality in the United States.
They really back to Tora Bora with these Sharia guys here, because you know they're just not getting with the program.
Yeah, they need to train
Maybe
up.
they've been here too long. Maybe they've acclimated themselves.
Well, we searched about as far as we can here in what used to be Frankford, Texas, and which is now Dallas, and this is about as close as we've come to finding any sort of Sharia. And even then, it's spelled with 2 F's, so we're not sure about that. But the upside is, perhaps Miss Engel has done us a great service here in Texas by scaring away the Sharia people, so they went back to where they belong and where they come from, Dearborn, Michigan.